Hi, this is Kagi, and welcome to the High Fiber Diet. It's the first day of Advent, meaning that it's the first Sunday of Advent, but as we all know, Advent in the Yarny world starts on the 1st of December. So I have already started on some of my projects. I'm not doing Vlogmas, but I'm hoping to come to you every Sunday. Forgive the hair, I just got out of the shower. I have my cup of tea because it's morning. Sarge has gone to the gun range. He is at their monthly meeting, and I think it's the end of the year wrap up and all that good stuff there. But I have a lot of things to talk about because, for a person that didn't do Advents, I'm doing Advents. So I have some that are new, some that are old, some that are going, some that haven't started yet. So let's see. The first thing I cast on was my Christmas socks. My Christmas socks I am doing in Frogget yarn. Let's see, was I a good podcaster? Nope, I didn't put the bands in here, but it's Frogget yarn. And so I don't know the colors, they just are what they are. And it came originally with this wine colored topper and this speckle. And when I bought it at Michigan Fiber Fest this year, I picked up the orange as well. I am a top down double point person, so that's how I am doing this. These are DK, so they are done on size 4 needles. And I am using the Knitter's Pride, the one in the turquoise. This one says Breathe. I don't know, Mantra Edition or whatever it is. You guys are yelling at the screen. But I really like these needles, so I bought the full set. I cast on 44 to begin with. There's no pattern. And I did 12 rows of ribbing and then 1 row of straight stockinette. And then I did about 4.5 inches of the top of the leg. That's what I want. I then switched colors after doing 1 repeat of a slip knit heel. And then I did 22 rounds because 11. I always double that for the rounds. And then I turned the heel, and now I'm working on the gussets. I think I'm almost to the point where, no, I am to the point where I'm going straight down for the foot. I do wear a size 10. These are for me. So it's going to be a longer foot. And then I'm going to do this heel in this wine. And on the other sock, I'm going to do the orange at the top and bottom and the wine on the heel. This is the skein of yarn. It's very, very speckly. And these are the 2 mini skeins that came with, or that I picked up with. This one came with, and this one. Yeah, so that's what I have going. I have this in a Girl Cave bag. She doesn't make bags anymore. I'm not buying bags right now that I know of, so I'm reusing all the bags I have, and most of my Christmas bags and stuff are packed away. I have to find them. So this one is a bunch of cars and trucks and motorcycles, and I love it. So that is project number 1, just a pair of boot socks. They're going to be my slipper socks for home. I do have a plan of making the, Fiber Trends, Bev Galeska's felted clogs. I need a new pair. Sarge needs a new pair. I can tell right now that my camera shifted before I sat down, so you're seeing my hallway. Hey, nothing major to see there, but all my Nomis aren't in the picture, and I have a ton of Nomis over there and a ton of Nomis over there and a ton of Nomis. Yeah, I collect Tomtes, and they have to be gnomes without eyes, and I love them. And none of my gnomes have eyeballs. I do have 1 reindeer gnome that has little closed eyes, but he's adorable and I just love him. And then this reindeer gnome has eyes, and that one has eyes, but the rest, I believe, well, there's that one. for the most part, don't have eyes, because dolls with eyes freak me out. So I don't do that. No, they're tomtes. I like them. And yeah, this is, I have one Christmas tree up. It's our mini wrought iron. We're getting ready to put the other one up. I have to go out and get a rod. And we're just about to look like Christmas throw up in our house. But, I've been working on the Advent. So what is my second one that I have been working on? This one is from Anna Knitter. And I think I changed bags. This was something else the other day, and then my cat had a tummy problem, and I had to wash the bag. So it came out, something else went in, and there we go. But this one, I decided that I'm going to do, I was going to do squares, and then I decided, no, I want to do a granny stripe, and I don't want a stripe in the middle. I will do a border on this, or I will continue. I have probably 60 of these minis, but I'm doing the Advent that I bought last year. I think it was last year. It might have been the year before. It's the one where every day when you pull out the box, you get a QR code and you get Christmas music every morning. And so it's really cool. It's from Spotify. I love the way she did it. This is day 3. Day 1, I started with just a plain sock yarn at the bottom, which was this gray and black. And then day 1 was this pink and turquoise. And then day 2 is this more traditional Christmas colors, but it's got some fall leading in. And I did a cast on, I did a foundation chain of 150 single crochet. And it's supposed to be multiple of 3 and then plus 2, which is your riser stitch. And I'm not doing standing stitches. I don't care for them. So I did a chain 2. And so I just went back and forth. And this is going to be it. It is 36 inches across, and every 2 rows equals 1 inch when you're measuring it. So every color is 1 inch. So I'm going to have 24 inches by the time I'm done with this Advent. And then I don't know if I'm going to put it away and do an Advent next year, or if I'm going to continue on. I haven't decided yet. It might be, hey, let's progress next year, but then I might forget about it, and I don't know that I want to do that. So I'm going to see where I sit at the end, because I do Advent and then the 12 days of Christmas. So I go through the Epiphany. And yeah, so I am really enjoying this. This is what I'm having left over of the little ball, and I may end up doing mini granny squares out of this, like the Battenberg size, because I have enough of each little color left over. This one I round into a ball, this one's still in its little skein, and this was, let's see, this is day 3, so I think this was day 1. This is day 2. This is day 3. So, and I pulled this out because I didn't want the yellow to start, because I saw that there were the blues and greens underneath, and that's just what I wanted to start with. So yeah, so I am keeping that in my bag. I believe this bag is from I Love You. It went through my washer and dryer just fine. I am working with a size 3.5 hook. I do like the boy style, not the bait style. I like it's called I believe this is the inline. It's the one with the point, not the mouthy looking one. That's a personal thing for me, but that's what I have going from Anna Knitter. Number 3. Number 3 is just my Christmas sweater. So I tried this on last night. It does fit. I am doing this out of cashmere from Temu, which I believe you can get from Amazon and everything else. It has the little thing with it. I am just doing a ranunculus. Again, I did not do the short rows in the front, just the short rows in the back. And I'm to the point of stockinetting forever. We will see if this gets done by Christmas, but I'm calling it my Christmas sweater. Right now, I average, if I can do it, 6 rounds per day at least on each of the sweaters. And I think it will get them done by the time Christmas hits. And I can have them done a day or two before so I can weave in all the ends. This is done in a bag from Bling Your String. It's just a coffee mug bag. It's got polka dots on the inside and a very nice zipper. When I do knit with it, because of the zipper, I do roll it down at the top. And I normally roll it twice so it doesn't get caught and doesn't catch. Now I am using the Try It On tubing for the arms, and I did put it on Try It On tubing to actually try it on. I am using size 9 needles, and they're Chiagu. Most of my needles are Chiagu. Double points, I still have Chiagu. Those are Knitter's Pride at this point. But that's project number 3. Project number 4 and 5 kind of go hand in hand. Now this is one that if you are doing the pink from Suburban Stitcher Advent Calendar, look away because I'm knitting in advance, so I will have this done. I want to be able to wear it this season between Christmas and New Year's. So this one is my sweater that I am doing. I'm doing the Easy Eyelet Yoke Light by Knititude. I did it with a gray at the top and then moving into the different colors. And I am, I think, on my 7th. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I just started the 7th color, which is this darker mauve color. And I'm hoping it doesn't get too purpley because I'm not a huge fan of purple, but I love pink, so the mauve works for me. In fact, when I went to prom my senior year, this color was called Dusty Rose. And I adored that color, and that was the color of my prom dress, was Dusty Rose. And my mother made my prom dress, absolutely gorgeous. My mom was a professional seamstress. And I had one art teacher tell me, your mom made your dress. Oh my God, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be, and then she told me when we got on the bus, because we had to take a bus, we went to Disneyland Hotel. And it was a 2.5 hour drive down and for prom. And she came up and she said, I didn't know what to expect, but oh my gosh, your dress is gorgeous. And yeah, I'm like, yeah, my mom's a seamstress. It's not just a home sewer, which, not to put it out there to any home sewer, but a lot of people look down on handmade, especially in the 80s. So yeah, no. But this again is my Easy Eyelet, and it is longer on day 1. So I was like thinking and thinking and thinking, and now that I forgot, I want to put this on. I love these stitch stoppers so they don't fall off. But I was like, do I have enough to do the pattern that came with the Advent? And I got to looking at it, and I think only the last couple of days will I not have enough, because my first thing on this Advent is this sweater. I bought it with a sweater in mind, and that's what I want to do. But if I don't have enough to do the complete pattern with the colors in the Advent, I obviously have other pink sock yarn that I can pick up out of my stash and do the final pieces all in one color so it looks cohesive. The pattern that is I believe Grand Opening, and I have started that. It's going to be going in this bag because I just started it this morning. I'm on day 1, and this is all I have gotten done. So it's the same colors as my sweater, but it's going to be this shawl, and I just printed out day 1, and I have been working on it this morning, and I will be going forward with it as much as I can. Like I said, my first priorities are the sweaters that I'm working on and the crochet Afghan that I'm working on for Annalina's because I didn't do it last year and I should have. So a couple things. I have been opening the Grease Advent from Chicken Lady Fiber Arts, and I just haven't started it yet. And this may be my 12 days of Christmas in between if I have finished everything else that I'm looking at. So the first was Rydell High, and I haven't caked it up. I know that it's a pattern by Liz Clothier, and it came with stitch markers and a progress marker, and I love it. And I have the pattern, but I just haven't started. So Rizzo was day 1, and you can see all about this Advent on Chicken Lady Fiber Arts podcast. She's doing Vlogmas. I am following Vlogmas from quite a few people. I am not opening up day 2 until later today because I'm doing it every other day. So I did 1, then I'll do 3, 5, 7, but it'll be the 12 days, so it'll lead up to Christmas and just be a surprise. Like I said, I am keeping them in their little packages because as I go through the 12 days, at the end of it, I will, there it is, Rizzo's. I will do that. I want to focus on these others and then sit down with this after. And I believe this one is DK, so it's going to go a little bit faster. And since I'll have my socks and my sweaters and everything else done, fingers crossed by then, if I have enough time. I do love the little measuring tape that she had with it. And as I throw things across the room, I did get a few things. Oh, I'm not done with what I'm working on. My On the Go project, which I didn't talk about last time, is the brickless. I'm doing the brickless in Malabrigo. It's the one with cashmere. I can't think of it. But to me, it looks like Christmas lights. I was hoping to have it done by then. I've started a row. Of course I have, because that's the way it goes. But I'm at this point and I still have all this to go. And if I don't like the length or the width, I have another one of these. But I think that this with the brickless, you can see the lace, you can see the 1x1 ribbing and the garter stitch. And I am doing garter stitch in between each instead of going lace, ribbing, garter stitch, lace, ribbing, garter stitch. I want the garter stitch in between each. But this is my On the Go, and I haven't been going many places, so it's been sitting in the car. This one is in a bag. I don't know who made this bag. I love this bag. It's not a Jessalou. She normally puts names on it, but it is little lambs and mice and hedgehogs and koalas and kangaroos, and I love it. So, and it's nicely quilted, so it's nice and big. These, I believe I got from Brenda in my package from her that I showed last time. My cats have taken off with one of them. This is the other one, and they completely adore these. Yeah, these are stitch stoppers, and some people say they don't need them. I didn't think I needed them either, but I'm working with a lot of slick yarns on metal needles, so these work for me. Acquisitions. I got in my sock adventure from Sweet Mountain Yarns, and this time it is Warm Wishes, and she gives a story every time, and I love this. And I get the DK sock. I love boot socks, but I also love working with DK, and I have enough sock yarn to sink a ship. So this time for the Warm Wishes, it is 75% merino, 25% nylon, like normal, 245 yards, and a 49 yard mini. But this is the color for the Warm Wishes. And I'm loving it. I don't know what it's going to become, but I like those contrast colors together. And this does have a pop of that purple in it. And it comes in an organza bag. But she also sent through a vanilla, I think it's vanilla lavender body butter. And let me see. Yeah, lavender vanilla is the fragrance. But this body butter, it is by, does it have a by? Warm Wishes body butter. There's no maker name. This is not greasy at all, and putting it on my hands and my elbows, and oh, and I'm not normally a lavender person. This one doesn't give me a headache. I'm smelling the vanilla come through more than the lavender, but I'm really liking this. The other thing I got in the mail is my Smartass and Sass box. If you haven't heard of Smartass and Sass, you need to look them up. It's just a fun little, this may be the last one I'm getting, but right now I'm having fun with it. No, I'll get the December one. I don't know if I'm going to renew for January. But I've had a couple years of this. I've stopped it in between, and but it's a monthly subscription, and you're gonna hear crinkling because it has. This is a beanie hat that it says, "Goest and fucketh thyself, Smartass and Sass," and the hat says, "Get lost." I love it. I love it. The shirt this month. This one, Joy to the Wool, was not from Smartass and Sass. If I can remember, I'll put the name of this one in, but it's a monthly subscription on shirts too, and this was last year's Christmas one. This one says, "Disappointed but not surprised." And I use these as jammy shirts, mostly in this size. I get them 2 sizes too big so I can wear them as jammies. Then it came with, the theme of this month is Cunt Get Cozy. And they have a subscriber Facebook group, and they have a playlist that you listen to, and things like little phrases in here. I regret the plans I made when I was pretending to be an extrovert. Disappointment happens, bread helps. But there's other things in here that were totally cute. This is for your pills in your purse. My Spice Girl name would be Neurospice. There is a hand knit kit not a hand knit, I'm sorry, it is a wool punch kit, and it's too peoply outside, and it came with the embroidery hoop to go with it. Then there are natural cork coasters, set of 4. Don't fuck up the table. Cheers, bitches. Look at you using that coaster all classy and shit. And one should always use protection. Along with that, I found one that I haven't used before. And this one says, "Drinks go on me tonight." And there's a couple of those. And then, "Don't fuck up the table." And there's a couple of those. "Make me wet, not the table." And there's 4 of those. So that's a total of 12 little coasters that also get used. As you can tell, I don't use a lot of coasters. I should, but none of my, everything is polyurethane, so I'm not worried about setting my cup down on the table. Also included, every month we get a new Sharpie. This Sharpie is Come What Gray. And every time they talk about it, they name the pen a different thing. And these are by Sharpie, and you can get them specialized, but I think that's cool. And then in the end, open it and get it out. Yep. Is this candle that the scent is Netflix binge, and why go big when you can go home? Is the sticker on the front, and it smells like cake frosting. That one's gonna get burned this holiday season. Don't do a lot of candles because of the cats and their tails and their running and their fun, and it just doesn't go well together. It goes with burning down a house, and I don't like to burn down the house unless it's that song from the 80s, Burning Down the House. So yeah. I do a warmer that the candle sits in, and then all the scent comes out of the candle, and then after a month or so you throw it out because there's no scent left. And I love these boxes. I keep their boxes, whether I keep them with the things in it, which I normally use, but I also store woolen projects when I'm planning projects in these boxes because they sit very nicely on a shelf. Other things that we are doing in Advent, I am reading a chapter a night of The Christmas Table, and this is by Donna Van Leer. I picked this up off a bargain table at Books A Million out in Rapid City last year after Christmas, and I said I would read it this Christmas. It is a story of 2 generations never met, and what happens with this table and around this table. I'm not that far into it, so I can't give a review, but it's holding my interest. I am also, every night, Sarge and I sit down, I read, then he reads on alternate nights, and we're doing a special 24-day Advent reader of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. This is a Workman family classic, P.D. Workman, but it gives a background and introduction, a biography, it gives footnotes, it gives a scripture passage and discussion question after each day reading, and that's getting us, talking about things, and extension activities, which is really cool, like just things to do, and we do this right after dinner before we sit in for our nightly movie for Christmas. So this is our thing to do. I am also doing Taking Back the Advent, and this is by Nancy Golden, moving from the mundane to the miraculous. So what is Advent about? Why do we do it? That kind of thing. The back blurb on this says, the beginning of Advent marks the first day of the Christian liturgical calendar, and it's time of anticipation and preparation for the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. This Advent devotional may be the perfect way to keep the miracle of Christmas in your days. In these pages, you will find an easy to understand book that is intentionally not very long, so you can savor each reading in a short period of time. I think you will find it very convenient to fit this devotional into even the busiest of schedules, yet it will help you experience the peace and joy that this special time of year brings. And it goes on about let's take back the Advent. It's not all about commercialism, and I really like this so far. This is the second year I've done it, and I really enjoy it. Like last night was day 2, and the activity was think of all the gifts you have received in the past. Many of them come to you in beautifully wrapped packages or with some type of fanfare. Now imagine being handed a brown cardboard box. Don't let its plain appearance fool you. You can't tell a gift by its wrapping. Open it slowly and peer inside. See in your mind's eye a baby born in the lowly manger. God's gift of eternal life to you in Christ Jesus. The packaging isn't auspicious, but the contents are precious beyond measure. And so I like that. I stopped doing wild colored wrapping paper years ago. I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. I only do brown wrapping paper now. I may have stamps on them, I may have something, but it goes back. My favorite movie is Sound of Music. I grew up with it. It's one that I've watched forever, but brown paper packages wrapped up with string. Those are a few of my favorite things. You never know. It's kind of like the old, I know there's a thing out there that keep your fork, and you never know what's next. So brown paper packages are just exciting to me because you never know what's in them. And that's what this is. Yeah, I like the way they explain that. I also picked up, while I was at Books A Million out in Rapid last year, a beautiful word for Christmas, to bring the joy of Advent to your heart. And this is Bible verse and illustration, and it is beautiful in the way that it comes out. And then you have the daily devotional, and you have an Advent activity. And I am really, when you get into it, I haven't gotten to these pages yet, but I mean, you do have 2 or 3 pages to read. It's not huge, but I really like this. I got it on their bargain after Christmas last year, so I picked it up. It's got 23 Bible passages, 31 timely devotions, and access activities to bring the heart of the season into your home. So I like this too. So these are 3 things or 4 things that sit on my table here. And when I'm not knitting or working or doing other things like that, that's what I'm bringing into my life. So, not ignoring you, Sarge is out and about. On this first day of Advent, if you like candles, enjoy them. I believe this week is purple. And I believe the first week is hope. So think about in the comments something you have hope about, or something you hope for the future, or what is your hope right now? So get back to me on that. Until next time, check your checkbook before starting the high fiber diet. Bye-bye.